Let's Talk podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive. So, have you ever felt like learning English is just taking way too long?
Or costing a fortune. All those tutors.
Exactly. Or maybe it's just, boring. If that sounds familiar, stick around.
Yeah, because today we're looking into a pretty interesting approach, something called comprehensible input.
Right. We've dug into some material on this, and basically our mission today is to figure out if this could genuinely be a faster, maybe even more enjoyable way for you to learn English.
It really challenges those traditional methods most of us probably went through.
You mean the classrooms, the grammar drills?
Precisely. Our sources talk about those common frustrations, how slow it feels, how you kind of lose interest, the cost of tutors or classes. It feels like pushing a rock uphill sometimes.
Okay, so let's unpack this comprehensible input. What exactly are we talking about here?
Well, think of it like this. You're understanding the language because of the situation, the context. Like maybe there are visuals or you hear things repeated in slightly different ways. It's not just memorizing a word from a list.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine watching someone, say, bake a cake in a video. They're talking about the ingredients, the steps. Mix the flour, add the eggs.
Okay.
You understand what those words mean because you can see what's happening. Your brain just naturally connects the sound to the action or the object.
Ah, right. So you're learning by seeing and hearing it used in a context you already grasp.
Exactly. And the benefits for you, the learner, are pretty broad according to this method.
Like what?
Well, vocabulary, obviously, but also things like pronunciation, hearing it used naturally, listening skills get a boost,
Okay.
and even grammar and sentence structure. You start to sort of absorb it intuitively.
Without consciously studying rule tables.
That's the idea. It's about getting you to the point where you can start thinking in English more naturally, less translation. Your brain picks up the patterns.
Interesting. Now, the material we looked at really highlights using real-life vlogs for this. How do they fit in?
Vlogs are kind of perfect for this approach. They give you that real-world context we were just talking about.
Right. Real people, real situations.
Exactly. Not actors reading scripts, usually. It makes it more engaging, more relatable than, say, a textbook dialogue about buying apples.
Yeah, definitely less dry.
And the sources suggest this works for you pretty much whatever your current English level is.
So, okay, how do you actually use these vlogs to learn? Is it just passive watching?
Not exactly. It's more like active watching. You really focus on listening, the sounds, the rhythm. And you can do that shadowing technique, repeating what you hear. Great for pronunciation.
Okay, shadowing. Got it.
And because you can see what's happening, you naturally link the words and phrases to the actions and understand how sentences are built. It's immersion, but like manageable immersion.
Right. And there was mention of using ChatGPT as well. How does that come into play?
Yeah, ChatGPT can be a really powerful tool to reinforce what you're learning from the vlogs.
How so?
Let's say you hear a phrase in the vlog and you're not quite sure. You can ask ChatGPT for a simple definition, maybe see it used in a few more example sentences.
Ah, for clarification and practice.
Exactly. Or you could ask it to make a quick quiz for you based on the vlog's vocabulary. And you can customize it, ask about specific verb tenses, or even ask for explanations in your own language if that helps initially.
That sounds really flexible, very personalized.
It is. You can prompt it like, explain the phrase, get the hang of it, used in the video, and give me 3 more examples.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about actually remembering all this new vocabulary long term?
Good question. The sources do mention spaced repetition software, SRS, like Anki. That's one option.
Like digital flashcards that show up when you need to review them.
Basically, yeah. It's very efficient for memorization. But, maybe just reviewing your own notes or rewatching bits of the vlogs work well enough for you. It depends on your learning style.
Find what works for you. Okay, so the really big question, does this actually speed things up? There was a pretty bold claim in the materials.
There was. The suggestion is that this kind of comprehensible input, especially through videos, could be significantly more effective than traditional methods.
How much more effective?
Potentially up to 4 times faster, according to the source. It even suggested that like a 10 or 15-minute vlog session focused on comprehensible input might give you the same benefit as a full hour in a standard classroom.
Wow, okay, 4 times faster. That's quite something. Why would it be so much more efficient?
The idea is that your brain is learning more naturally, the way it's designed to acquire language through understanding messages, not by consciously analyzing grammar rules all the time. And because it's more engaging, you're likely to stick with it longer.
Right, the enjoyment factor keeps you going.
Precisely.
So wrapping this up then, what's the core takeaway for you, the listener?
I think the main point is that surrounding yourself with English you can actually understand, using enjoyable stuff like real-life vlogs, and maybe boosting it with tools like ChatGPT. Well, it offers a real possibility to learn faster and, crucially, enjoy the process a lot more.
Makes a lot of sense. Definitely offers a different perspective than just hitting the textbooks.
Yeah, it's about integrating it more naturally into things you might already enjoy watching.
So a final thought for everyone listening. Maybe consider how you could bring more of this context-based, comprehensible stuff into your own English study routine. See if focusing on understanding the message first makes a difference for you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.